Hey makeup enthusiasts, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bettina. Today I'm going to be bringing you a foundation review and wear test of the Ordinary Coverage Foundation. So firstly I'll jump into the review side of things. The Ordinary is a brand that comes under the Deciem umbrella. So Deciem also create Neod and Hylamide. There's a few other brands that they do. The Ordinary is a brand that they've recently launched, probably in the last 6 to 12 months. It's a lower price range, so it's more budget friendly skincare. When I ordered this, I ordered it online through the Deciem website. I also picked up a few other of the skincare bits from The Ordinary. I think it was 3 serums from their website, a little hand cream to try, and then as well I got this foundation. Now this foundation, their website says they got something like 250,000 orders within their first week of launching this foundation. I think I might have purchased mine in the second or third restock, but I purchased this as well as all the other bits that I just mentioned. I purchased a couple of skincare items and the hand cream on the 30th of April. Now my package with all the skincare items turned up, I think it was about a month ago, maybe it was 3 or 4 weeks after I purchased it. This foundation turned up this week, and we are sitting at the 12th, 13th of June is when it arrived this week. So that's almost a month and a half after purchasing it that I've received this. And yeah, I understand that they had higher than expected purchases of their new foundations, but I just don't think it's good enough. Like, they sent out this huge apology email and Instagram posts apologizing to everyone. I appreciate the sorry, but I think something more could have been done. That's all I'm going to say for now. So the foundation itself is $12.90 Australian, and it comes in a 30ml bottle. It's SPF 15, and it does say on their website, so there's 21 shades on their website. Each shade is broken down into skin tone colors. So you've got 1, 2 and 3. So 1 is fair, 2 is medium, and 3 is dark. And then it's broken down into undertones. So I've got pink, I've got a P after my foundation color, and that's for a pink undertone. They've also got Y for yellow undertones, and then they do also have S and G, which is for silver and gold highlights. They have got the coverage foundation and the serum foundation. The coverage foundation has higher pigmentation in it than the serum foundation, and it also says that it's a lightweight non-oily cream. It's a semi-matte finish. They have claimed that it's compatible with most primers. So in my review and wear test today, I'm going to actually throw a primer on half of my face and see how it goes. It's made in Canada, and I believe they're cruelty free. It says on the bottle that it's tested on humans. The shade I purchased is 1.2P, which is a light pink colour. So that's what the box looks like. So it does say it's 1 fluid ounce as well, so 30 mils or 1 fluid ounce. That's what the bottle looks like. So it's The Ordinary is typically quite basic packaging, but I do really like that it comes in a pump. I'm normally, I think, an NW15. Wayne Goss has done a video with a full set out in the description bar. If you know what colour you are in MAC foundations, what colour you would be in the Ordinary foundations, if you know what colour you are in the MAC foundations. So I'll leave his video down below. I'll leave a link down below so you can duck over there to figure out what foundation colour you need to get. I'm going to prime half of my face. I've just got the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Now this is like a silicone based primer, so I thought this is probably a good one to try out under a foundation that I haven't tried before. I'm just going to pop this on half my face. So I'm going to pop it on this side, and we'll see, that way we can see how it goes without primer. I know everyone has been complaining about how hard the Ordinary products are becoming to get because they've had such a huge popularity that it's almost impossible to get half their products at the moment because they're so cheap. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. They do have some like brick and mortar stores. I think they've got a few in Canada. There's one, I think it's down in Melbourne in Australia. That's the only place in Australia they have brick and mortar shop at the moment, but I think they do have some in America. In America and Canada there's a few. I think they might be opening one, or they already have some in the UK. I'm just shaking this up if you can hear that rattling noise. I'm just going to start with one pump and see how... So it comes with a lock on the pump as well, so you can lock it off if you want to pop it in your travel stuff. And it is a plastic bottle as well, so it'd be great for chucking in your bag travel. So I'm also going to do half my face with my beauty blender and the other half with my brush. I'm going to see which gives me a better application, and then I'll just blend out the rest with whichever one I prefer. I've just done one pump on my little metal palette here, and I'm just going to see how far that goes to begin with. Quite nicely. The coverage seems to be nice. I'll zoom you guys in close up to have a look at my skin when I've finished applying the other side. So that's one side of my face with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to take my, it's just a flat top kabuki brush on the other side. I'll stipple it on. I don't normally use a brush, but I thought for those of you that do, it's probably nice to see for you how it applies with a brush. Don't seem to be getting as full coverage with the brush as I have done on the other side with my beauty blender. It seems to be a fairly good colour match, maybe a tad bit too dark. Possibly if I repurchased I might get the next lightest colour. And now that I look at it close up, it looks to be about the same on both sides. I don't know whether I would necessarily call it full coverage, but I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can have a closer look at my skin now with just one layer, and then I think I might go back in with my beauty blender just on my cheeks to see if I can, how well it builds up. So if you can see, just show you, like on my chin here, it hasn't really, and if you can see on my cheeks here, it's still a bit patchy. Same with around this area, it doesn't seem to have really covered all that well. There we go. So I'm just going to apply another layer. And as you can see as well, so this side is the side that I have the primer, and I've also applied it with the beauty blender. And then this side has got nothing, and I applied it with the brush. I've also got just on my chin here, just this section here, I have a bit of a dry, it's not to the point where it's like eczema, but it's like this dry textury patch, and it hasn't really covered that all that well. Just gonna take another pump, dab on my cheeks and see if I can build up any coverage at all. That seems to look better. And just on my chin, and just build head as well. I don't know whether you see this spot here. Got a bit of a dark spot from a pimple that's still healing, and it's also like got a bit of a dry bit on it, but as you can see it's not really covering that spot all that well. Just see if I can build up. So that's, I've still got some here on my palette, so that's about 1.5 pumps. I feel like as I'm building, it's starting to look a bit cakey. The colour's definitely off. So I've got 1.2p. Okay, so there's two shades lighter than this, 1.2p. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to finish my makeup. That's my makeup all done. Now that I have powder on over it, it does look quite nice from a distance. However, looking up close, I still feel like on my cheeks you can see all my pores. Like you can see the foundation's kind of sunk into my pores and it's emphasizing the texture on my face from what I can see, but on camera you can't, like from a distance you can't really pick that up all that much. When I come in close you can kind of see in this area here where I've got large pores, it is kind of emphasizing them. Time at the moment is 2:24. I'm going to keep this on throughout the day. I'll let you know when I get back home tonight how the foundation has weared on my face and if I would recommend it for you. Hey guys, I'm back. So the time is 12:11 a.m. So I've had this foundation on, I think it was 2:30. I finished putting my makeup on, so nearly 10 hours I've had this foundation on. I'll just take my glasses off so you guys can have a better look. So I'm looking extremely oily. It's actually not looking as bad as I thought it would be. As I said, it's very oily, and because I've been wearing my glasses because I need them to dry, all around my nose here and under my eyes has worn off. Don't mind right under my eyes, that's my concealer and my mascara. Can't really judge that. It is down in this area here. It seems to have broken up a little bit. I don't really blame the foundation for that, mainly because I'm always leaning on my chin, or I'm like always touching my chin area. So I do find my foundations usually break up on my chin just purely because I touch my face so much. On my cheeks, like in this area here, it seems to have caked up a little bit, but then like this bit here seems to have broken down a bit. It's chunked up in areas and it's losing its coverage in other areas. This area here is still, if not worse than before, emphasizing my pores. Do I notice a difference between my primed side as opposed to my not primed side? Not really. Even my lip area here has gotten quite chunky. I think like if you're looking at my face back here, like other than my under eyes where my mascara is all smudged, it does look quite nice. I'm just going to use some blotting sheets to get rid of some of the oil, and then I'm going to use the it's the Makeup Forever HD powder. That's the one that I used on it earlier today. I do think that it controls the oil quite well. Like we're sitting at the 10-hour mark here. I will note though, I think if you get a better primer, perhaps that Smashbox one, it's not the greatest primer. I think maybe if you got more of an oil controlling primer, you might be able to get a better finish at the 10-hour mark than what I've got. After blotting, it's definitely looking a lot better. It's nowhere near as oily, but it still is chunky and patchy in places. I would typically probably wear a foundation probably for around 10 hours a day. So it does have quite, I guess you could say, an uneven finish after the period. But I guess if you manage it better than I would, like if you block maybe the 5-hour mark, you're probably going to get a better finish at the 10-hour mark than I have. The real question though is, would I recommend this foundation by The Ordinary, the Coverage Foundation? I think if you wear glasses, I'm not sure if this would be a good foundation for you, purely because it came off my nose area so easily, and it's quite noticeable that it's happened, and I've got lines under my eyes. For $12.90 though, I do think this is a great foundation for the price and what they claim. I think it's quite a good foundation. I personally probably will need to try out some more primers with it to see how I like the finish. I did find today that in this area particularly, I felt like it emphasized my pores quite a lot, so I'm definitely going to have to try and find a primer that this works with. In my opinion, the primed side and the non-primed side today didn't really show a difference at all. I do like the fact that you can build this up quite well. It can, in my opinion, it does say that it doesn't get cakey, but it can, in my opinion, get cakey if you build it up too much. I do like the shade selection. I think this shade selection is great. I think it's great value for money. Or is it $12.90 Australian for 30 mils? I think that's fantastic value, and the fact that I only used 1.5 pumps to do my full face, I think you're gonna get a good value for money out of this product. The only thing that would possibly turn me off at this stage in the game would be the fact that you can't get your hands on it. It's so hard to get your hands on this product at the moment. I think it would be a big turn off for me if I wanted to repurchase this again. If I possibly wanted to try a different colour, I think it would be a big turn off for me. I don't think I would repurchase it again based on how long it took me last time, like a month and a half for this bad boy to be shipped to me. It's a little bit ridiculous. That's just my opinion. Definitely check it out. Like I said earlier, I will leave a link to Wayne Goss's video down below where you can go check out what colours you probably would be if you know your MAC colour. I'm definitely going to keep trying it out and see how I go. Maybe try some different primers. If I find one that's better suited for the foundation, I will definitely let you know. Might do an update video if my mind changes at all. I definitely think it's a good foundation, but I don't know whether it's good enough for you to go to all the hassle to get a hold of it. I think you could go down to Priceline and actually try a foundation and actually match your colour in store for a little bit more money than $12.90 and get what you want right then and there, rather than having to wait a month and a half thinking that it's going to be on your doorstep within a week. So there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you've tried out this foundation. Let me know what you thought of the wear test, whether you're wanting to pick this one up. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like my foundation review and wear test, and if you want to see more. Be sure to click the subscribe button down below if you want to see more foundation reviews and wear tests. I've got a couple more that I'm wanting to film in the next couple of weeks, and I will see you next time in those videos. Catch you later, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.